What's good, Panther Nation? It's your boy, Myron McRae, a.k.a. Tornado McRae across the skies of the internet, here with another episode of Panther Pride TV, your one-stop shop for all your Panther notifications and your Panther obligations. And happy Wednesday to all of y'all. Hold up one good second. There we go. Got the sound right, got everything moving. But guys, it is Wednesday. Happy hump day to all of you. Hope you are having a smooth week. Hope everything's going good for you so far on your week. And let's get into it. The final roster cut, the final 53 has been announced. So let's go and look into what were the second day cuts and look at the 53-man roster heading into week one. So these were the cuts made yesterday, man. So for our waived individuals, wide receiver Jasim Reed, tight end Bryce Pierre, O-lineman Jarrett Kingston, Brandon Walton, and Michael Tarquin. Defensive end, Jared Harrison Hunt. D-tackle, Sam Roberts. Linebacker, Maz Mwansa. Oh, sorry, that's it. Cornerback, Shamar Bartholomew. Cornerback, Michael Reed. Safety, Travion Thomas. Guard, Jatir Carter. And running back, Raheem Blackshear were all waived. And then on the released aspect, wide receiver Hunter Renfro, defensive tackle Shy Tuttle, offensive linebacker Bookie Sham, linebacker Chris Barnes, and linebacker Joe Radigan.
Nani?
Man. I'm feeling two ways about it. On the first hand, I'm happy to see Shamar Bartholomew go. That is one, 1,000%. Hey, I was waiting for his name to pop up. I'm surprised he got to day 2 of the cuts. In my personal opinion, I was waiting for him to go. The one that hurts, man. The one that hurts is one Hunter Renfro, bro. Like, that. Oh, I didn't like that one. I'm really sad about that. So when we look into our final 53-man roster, here's what we look like. On the offensive end, quarterbacks, obviously we got Bryce Young and Andy Dalton. Our running back group is Chuba, Rico, and Trevor. Our wide receiver group, again, this is where I was shocked. T-Mac, Adam Thielen, Xavier, Jalen Coker, David Moore. Happy to see Jimmy Horn Jr., Bryson Tremaine. Man.
Nani?
Bryson Tremaine is the big shocker here to me on the offensive end. You got Tommy Tremble at tight end, along with Jatavian Sanders, Mitchell Evans, and James Mitchell, surprisingly, also made it here. So I'm happy to see him for that. Then left tackles, Ike Ekwonu and Brandon Christensen. Left guards, Damian Lewis and Chandler Zaval. Centers, Austin Corbett and Cade Mays. Right guard, Robert Hunt, who does not have a backup according to the depth chart or anything. He does not have a sub. And then right tackle, Taylor Moton and Josh Neiman. Neiman? Yeah, I want to say it's Neiman like that. But I could be wrong. And I want to say the reason why is because Braden Christensen can play both right and left tackle, so I think they were cutting in that aspect there. On the defensive end, when we look on the other side of the ball, at the end, you have Derek Brown, Ashawn Robinson, Tershawn Wharton, and Jaden Crometti, who I'm happy to see he got a lot of love. I thought he was going to get cut. I'm happy to see him get a lot of love there. Defensive tackles, Bobby Brown III and Cam Jackson. Outside linebackers, DJ Warnham, Pat Jones, Princely Emmanuel, Nick Scorton, Thomas Ingram, and DJ Johnson, who was on the chopping block according to The Athletic and some people. Inside linebackers, Trevin Wallace, Christian Roseboom, Claudin Sherlis, and Bam Martin Scott. Like that. Corners, J.C. Horn, Michael Jackson, Charles Smith-Wade. Shout out to Corey Thornton. And then Caleb Evans. So shout out to them. And then at safety, Trayvon Morg, Nick Scott, Damani Richardson, and Lathan Ransom. And then in special teams, long snappers J.J. Jansen, punter Sam Martin, and kicker Ryan Fitzgerald. So, y'all might be asking, who's my biggest surprises? Offensively, my biggest surprise, no shocker, Bryson Tremaine, and honestly, James Mitchell. I am really shocked that Carolina didn't cut either one of them to make room for Hunter Renfrow. I will be 100%. If you were to ask me straight up the value I get out of Hunter Renfrow, I would have been okay with cutting either one of those boys. Not saying they're not great and don't deserve a spot, but I know what I get with Hunter Renfrow. I don't know what I'm getting with Bryson Tremaine. So I feel like even if they were both riding the bench, I feel more comfortable having Hunter Renfrow come back. So it may have been a youth thing. That may have been the thought process. I'm not 100%. And on the defensive end, really shocked that Jaden Crometti made it, but I'm happy he made it because I really liked his gameplay overall. I enjoyed what he was doing. And shout out to Corey Thornton. Like, hold up, bro. Shout out to Corey Thornton because that man balled out all preseason. I don't care what y'all say. That man balled out and was doing his thing, and I'm happy to see that he got picked up and that he made the 53-man roster. I'm surprised Nick Scott is still on the roster. Like,
NANI?
I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna give you another one too, because in my mind,
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
I'm just saying, bro. Offensively, if you want to keep Tremaine and James Mitchell, you could have cut Nick Scott to get me Hunter Renfrow. I'll be honest. You could have. You could have 100% done that, and I'd been okay with it. You seriously cut that man. That irks me. That irks me. You could have cut Nick Scott and kept one of the extra linebackers, bro. You could have kept Nick Scott and brought back, let me see. You could have brought back maybe a Boogie Basham or Chris Barnes or John Radigan, depending on how good they were doing in your eyes. However, I just don't like Nick Scott. Like, I think he's not as much of a liability at his position than Bartholomew was at his, but I definitely think he's not the starter. In my eyes, that's just me. That's just me. Y'all let me know. And then moving forward, I want to show y'all something. And I think y'all are going to like this. So, there are some more cuts that happen in the NFL, to me, that shows us Carolina is going in the right direction and that we're going in the right place. And here's what I mean. So, obviously, yesterday was 53-man cut day. And I want y'all to see this. Real quick. These are notable Panther players who were released or waived yesterday, and I want y'all to see these names. At wide receiver, Amir Smith-Marset, Terrence Marshall, Laviska Shenault, Deontay Johnson, Gio Ritchie, Iku Leota, Jordan Fuller, C.J. Henderson, Keith Taylor, Dan Jackson, Sam Franklin, and Jamie Robinson.
NANI?
Bro, that wide receiver core alone was our starting receiver core in 2023. The year we went 2-15. The year some of y'all were saying Bryce really hasn't been doing great. That entire wide receiver core is out of the league right now. And y'all expected that man to do something great with that receiver core. That's why I say Carolina's going in the right direction. I'm not too concerned. And I want to just bring a bit of optimism for y'all to see, because old management might have kept them. Players that are getting released easily, old management might have kept them there. Shoot, old management is what hired them. So, to see on paper all these guys who were once legitimate starters for us when we were in the complete rebuild, and to see the amount of visceral and hate that Bryce Young got and that our defense got having to have these guys on our team. It's like, oh, bro, it's like Bryce didn't make them great. No, they weren't great in other places too. And we all know the Deontay Johnson experiment.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Like, for what he was supposed to be, Deontay Johnson is the worst one out of that group. I can get by Smith Marset, Terrence Marshall, Laviska Shenault. Like, I can get past that. I can get past C.J. Henderson, Jordan Fuller, and whatnot. Iku Leota I can kind of get past, and even Gio Ritchie. But, bro, Deontay, remember, Deontay was supposed to be our number one. He was supposed to be our number one receiver, and this man has got released by Cleveland.
Nani?
Cleveland, who doesn't even know what they want to do in their quarterback position. Cleveland. So I say all that to say this, bro. If you don't think Carolina's going in the right direction, or if you don't think Carolina's in a better place than they were 2 years ago, this snapshot should help ease your mind. This snapshot should give you a little bit more optimism heading into the season. And I get it's hard to be optimistic when Carolina hasn't really made a deep playoff run like that since 2017. Yes, since we haven't made the playoffs since 20. I get it. I understand. I 100% get it. But I'm trying to show y'all the pieces in the foundation for a reason to have some optimism, for a reason to go into this season looking forward to it rather than being pessimistic and thinking it's already washed. You know what I mean? Now, if you want to stay neutral, respect. I respect that. But if you want to say we're already washed, I got to disagree because we're in a better place, man. We're in a better place, and that's okay. That's okay. And then thirdly, I do want to talk about this because we haven't talked about it enough. But the big boy, Taylor Moton, got his contract extension that we talked about, puts us through 2027. And Taylor, shout out to you, my boy, for getting in your career essentially on your own terms and the way you want. And here's what he had to say about it recently when the extension happened. He says, "It means that I get to finish my career out here where I started. I love it here. This has been home, obviously, and I just thank this organization so much and Dan Morgan for making it happen to help me finish. I started here, helped be a part of the change of the winning culture, and just be here to help change the winning culture. I've seen so many staff, personnel, players, coaches. I see how much effort everyone puts into making this thing go. And, it's important that I see them get the fruits of all their labor. I feel like the city, all these people, we all deserve to win here. So it's something that I take very personally and something that's very important to me. So we'll see that happen." Listen, man. That's the type of guy I want on my team. That's the type of guy I want as a lineman. That's the type of guy I want up front because he's been with Carolina through all the lows. And if there's any person right now on the team who deserves to see Carolina make a deep playoff run, in a couple years' time, make a Super Bowl run, maybe in 2028 he gets one more year, and that's the year we go to the Super Bowl, right? If anybody deserves to see that, it's Taylor Moton. It's Taylor Moton. He's one of those guys. Him, J.C. Horn, Derek Brown, like these guys who have been here through this struggle, they definitely deserve to see it. And I'm all for them being able to see the fruits of their labor pay off, man. So shout out to Taylor Moton. You deserve that payday, my boy. And I'm happy to see you go through it. And before we get into y'all favorite comments, here is the Panther freeze frame of the day. And I think y'all are going to like this because I felt this to my core. Man. Panther freeze frame of the day. Is this meme I made? Did they cut Shamar Bartholomew? Yes. What did it cost? Hunter Renfrow. Y'all don't understand, man. Y'all don't understand. Like that. It seriously hurts. It seriously hurts. It hurts. It hurts. I really didn't. We cut Tremar Bartholomew, but at what cost? Hunter Renfro. It cost us everything. I'm sad. I'm sad, man. I'm sad. But now it's time, Panther Nation. Time for Panther Nation to speak their truth, man. The first one comes from Pat No Lackin 1261, and he's talking in regards to me saying like a 75-man roster I think should be the median. He says 75, it too much, bro. What you mean? What you mean? That's like right in the middle. If it was a 50-man and a 90-man, 75 is right in the middle. 75 is not too much. I don't think so. Like, that's what? 20 more players? There's 22 more players. I don't think so. I don't think so. If you spread that out. I like depth. I like depth as much as the next person. And then next comment, kind of talking about the same thing, comes from Tammy Buchanan, ZS6XM. She says 60-man roster is more like it. All right, Tammy, I guess. Like I said, I like the depth, guys. That's why I went 75. A 90-man is way too deep. I don't think a 75-man roster is bad. But I see what y'all saying, I guess. I like having the depth and the extra bodies, man, in case somebody goes down. And then third comes from Big Tank 8540. My man said, I guarantee if we had Scott as a general manager, he would have traded Adam because he was really the one that screwed up our organization. And Tepper, SMH, man. He probably would have traded Tepper for like peanuts. He would have traded Adam Thielen for nothing. He would have traded Adam Thielen for nothing, and it would have been bad. Like, not even gonna hold you. It would have been bad, and we'd all be pissed off right now. So there's that. Oh, also, guys, I wanna throw out this idea, and y'all let me know. So. And I'll shout this man out because he actually messaged me on IG. So Gavin Van Note, y'all seen me talk about him. Gavin, this for you, my boy. Appreciate the idea. But what is it? What do y'all think about doing a Panther Pride fantasy football league? What do y'all think about that?
NANI?
I would probably use the ESPN app, create a Panther Pride fantasy football league, like 12 teams or so. I have to say how many teams, but and then basically we will be all playing against each other, and we'll just go see how the season goes, man. I'll probably do weekly updates here on the channel, show the standings, show where everybody's at in the standings and things like that. But I want to know, what would y'all think about doing a Panther Pride fantasy football league? I know I'm down. Gavin, because of this idea, he already has a spot in the league if I do it. So 10 other people, if y'all down, let me know. Message me on my personal IG, Tornado McRae, TornadoMcrae. Message me on there and let me know if you're interested. That way when I do create the league, I can send you the link directly. If I do it in the comment section, everybody might try to join at once, and then people who really want to join may miss out. So I'll do it like that. First 10 people to message me personally to confirm their interest in joining the league, then we'll do it. I know I'm in. I know Gavin's in. Next 10 people to actually message me and say they want to join the league, let me know. And I'll do the league, and we'll have it crack it. But, guys, that's all I have for today's video. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to like, share, subscribe, and hit that notification bell at the bottom so you're always notified of when these videos are dropping. Next, comment below and let me know, what were your thoughts on the 53-man roster? Do you think we are going in the right direction when you look at the former receivers, linebackers, DBs, and players that were released yesterday? And also, are you happy to see Taylor Moton get his extension? And again, if you want to join the league, first 10 people, message me on Instagram and I will put it together, and I will make sure you're locked and loaded for the league. All right? All right, that's all I have to say, because at the end of the day, what do I know? I'm just a skinny brother with 2 tats. Peace. Much love to all you Panther Nation. Take care. Later days. And as always, keep pounding. I'll see you next time.